Good morning. I don't think, okay, my mic is working. Thank you. Welcome to Sunday celebration and to meditation session. If you are comfortable, you wanted to maybe close your eyes. If not, you can just gaze downward. And today's meditation I selected is about gratitude. So simply pay attention to your breath and just notice, is your inhale and exhale or in the same wavelength? If not, you might want to take a moment and just breathe in, breathe out. Shorten your breath if necessary, or lengthening your breath. As you settle in, be comfortable. Bring your consciousness to this moment. The first gratitude we're going to focus on is our senses. Bring your attention to your ear. Just pay attention to any sound. And simply notice you're able to hear. And give thanks to your ears. For it's working so well and allowing you to hear everything that makes up this moment. Say thanks to the ear, letting you hear the voice of your beloved. Your favorite song. Now notice your sense of smell. Offer your appreciation to your nose. Your nose letting you smell fresh baked cookies, a baby's new washed hair, maybe even an unmistakable sense of campfire. Without your nose, you couldn't taste your favorite meal. Or even breathing the air. So give thanks for the ability to smell. Now to your taste buds. Now offer your gratitude. to your tongue and mouth for letting you taste your favorite coffee, array of food nourishing your system, to your lips kissing your partner or children or a pet. Offer your heartfelt thanks for your sense of taste and letting you engage with the favors of this world. What do you feel with your skin? The temperature of the air, parts of your body exposed, texture of your clothing that is keeping you warm. To the skin that lets you feel. The texture of the sand at the beach. Sense of breeze on your neck. To wrapping yourself in a warm blanket when you're cold. Thanks to the skin for feeling you feel your life. Keeping your eyes closed, can you send wave of gratitude to those magical eyes for letting you see the world around you? To your eyes, which lets you see arts, nature, and beauty in all of its forms. To whatever degree your eyes let you see. Thank them for all they do. For letting you take in the world around you through the windows of your soul. And take a deep breath. How do you feel in your heart? Connect to a feeling of expansion in your chest. As you let yourself truly savor the full spectrum of your senses. Now let it all go. Balance your inhale and exhale. to the people in your life. Bring in mind someone in your life who is easy to love. Picture this person sitting in front of you. See them smiling at you. Through your heart space, thank them for being in your life. Wherever they are in this very moment, they could receive your gratitude. Shower them with love simply for existing. Bring to mind someone who has made your life easier. Thank them for whatever they have done to help you out. Thank them with your heart for teaching you on this journey. Finally, send your love and gratitude to every single person you encounter so far. Or you will encounter in this day. Thank them for making your day more interesting and richer. Now we move into material possession. Turn your attention to the possessions that you have, the most meaningful to you. Offer your thanks now to the home you live in, all the amenities that help keep you safe, nourished, and healthy. Your comfortable bed, your fully functioning kitchen, and the running water in your bathroom. Give thanks. Now to your clothing, your shoes, and all items you have been able to buy and keep you active and thriving in this world. The books, the tools, electronics that allows you to connect with others, learn new skills, and broaden your horizon. Gratitude to the money you give and receive. Release any guilt or senses of shame about thanks your material possession, and instead truly appreciate them. Take a moment and take a deep breath again. And connect to this moment, to this present moment, and be grateful for the spiritual community that connects and brings us all together to this Sunday celebration, to CSL Cape Coral. In this gratitude, when you feel comfortable, open your eyes. Thank you all again for joining me for this meditation session. Our Sunday celebration will begin shortly at 10:30.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral. And please remember to turn off your cell phones so we can enjoy our Big Love Band to the fullest. Let's give them some love.
Good morning. Oh, it is a fabulous morning. I was expecting it to be cold, but it wasn't. And then I came inside and it was cold. So we're going to need some help warming up this morning. So stand with us. And I think everybody knows this song, right? Yeah. All right. We'll sing loud and proud. What does Elf say? See, I forgot already.
Share Christmas cheers.
The best way to share Christmas cheers to sing super loud. Yes. That's some rendition of it.
Was that paraphrase?
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him all the time. And together we would always shine, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls now, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. If I were the queen of the world, I'd tell you what I do. I'd throw away the cars and the scars and the wars, share my love with you, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. Let's go. Know we love the spirit, love to have some fun. Moonlit fires and rainbow rapids, roses blooming under the sun. I said roses blooming under the sun. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the world, joy to you and me. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me.
Woo!
Okay, I'm
Well,
warm
I don't know.
now. How about you? I'm warm, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm awake now and definitely warmed up. Thank you, thank you. And I love those lyrics, the places where you changed them. It was very, very clever and beautiful. So, welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living again. And we want you to know wherever you are on your spiritual path that you are so very welcome here. We believe that we are co-creators with the divine and that you can change your entire life by changing your mind. Oh, yeah. Ernest Holmes is the founder of our philosophy, and we teach the universal truths found in all spiritual teachings, both contemporary and traditional. So please visit our website at cslcapecoral.org for more information and check out upcoming events. We do lots of fun stuff around here. To submit your prayer requests or just to send us your comments and any questions. And plus, that's how we can reach out to you. We want to give thanks to Malika Dewi who is holding high watch during our service today. And basically, what that means is she's just holding us in that meditative poise of love and highest possibilities and potentialities for us and the service. So, thank you, Malika. And now, another amazing song by this Big Love band who are loving it up today.
All right, another favorite by Miss Karen Drucker. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones, we are the ones, we are.
I've been feeling like I can't make a difference. Been feeling like there ain't no use. Feeling tired and a little unconscious. Coming up with every kind of excuse.
Till I realize it's not up to me. Join together as we shape our destiny. To see a world where we are living as one. We can be, it shall be, it will be done. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones. We are the ones. We are.
No one else gonna make the changes. No savior's gonna drop from the sky. Nothing left to do but wake up. Cause it's really up to you and
To
I.
take it one step at a time.
One step at a
Stand
time.
together with your hand in mine. Then we will see the world we've been dreaming about. We need it now. The time is now. There is no doubt. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones. We are. We are the ones. We are. I am the one that I've been waiting for. I am the one who will make a difference. I am the one who will change the world. I am the one. I am. Let's go. I am the one. I am. You are one. We are. We are the ones. We are. You are the one.
You are.
Yeah, you are the one. You are. I am the one. I am. I am the one. I am. We are the ones. We are. Thank you. Beautiful.
So please, I'm glad everybody stayed standing here. So this is our time to bestow a blessing upon each other. At least I think that's the next slide. So if you could repeat with me the words on the slide and warm up your hands first and get that good old love juice going. And those of you at home, you can turn it back on yourself or you can send it out into the universe. So, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We know who you truly are. You are the spiritual image and likeness of God. We love you, we love you, and we are thankful you are here. Welcome to the center. and
All right,
another
so for our
song.
special today, we're going with a theme of Ode to Joy. Raise your hand if you know that song. Yeah. Do you realize it was written in 1785? There you go. And we all still know it. It's just proof of how much music keeps us connected for year after year and redone and redone. And I know in the 90s, after I was born a while, there was this musical that I did with my middle school kids, and it used Ode to Joy, and it really connected everybody. And that's actually the title of this piece, is We're All Connected. But I wanted to connect us first with that original melody that Beethoven was actually inspired by another poet who wrote this poem about ode to freedom. That's what it was about. And if we have freedom, we are truly joyful. And so Beethoven was inspired by a poet, and then after Beethoven wrote this, more poets wrote more versions with the lyrics for it. It just goes on and on. So just proof that each one of us plays a part. And here's that original melody. And now let's do the Big Love Band version. Let's do it.
Technology makes planet Earth a smaller place. Everybody now can see just one human race. Each of us is special and different, but in our ways we're all the same. Smiles around the world around, listening whirling through the space. We will never be machines without a soul, without a heart. We have feelings and emotions. We love music, we love art. All the things that make me a person, make you a person just like me. We can make a better world if everybody plays their part.
That ended so abruptly, I just went, oh, it's me. It's time. Ooh. Oops, oops, oops. Yep, it is a hard act to follow. I was sitting in the seat thinking that exact thing. Our reading today is from a book by H.B. Jeffrey called The Principles of Healing. One of those books you pull off the shelf and you never know what you're going to find. There's a little slip of paper in there. And one of the words on that piece of paper was dawn. I thought, whoa. And that's who's speaking today. Wow. So H.B. Jeffrey, quite a gentleman there who has a lot of good thoughts to say. One of them is, the entire universe is nothing but God. The entire universe is nothing but God. He says our problem of healing lies simply in our knowing the truth, in our realization of that truth. We must become conscious of the fact that God is all in all, and that there is no other presence or power or substance or intelligence. We must know that there is no other being but God, the one and only, whose glory is round and about us. And a wonderful thought, too, that I found in there. He that would heal, he or she, must be he or she who sees nothing to heal, and therefore makes no effort to heal. And I just found that was wonderful, that he or she who heals must see nothing that needs healing. And we just can take that into prayer for a moment and just recognize as we see individuals that appear to be needing something in the way of healing, that the truth of them is that they are whole, complete, and perfect right now and always. They have been, are, and will be whole, complete, and perfect right here and right now. So we just say thank you. Thank you for that God good that is there for us, and just recognizing that, there is no real need to heal. We just need to recognize the truth of each individual. So we just say thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as we know that to be so, together we can say, and so it is. We have a treat for us this morning, too. Dawn Bauer, one of our practitioners here, is a religious science practitioner licensed through Mile High Church in Lakewood, Colorado. And she is currently serving both Mile High Church and the Center for Spiritual Living here in Cape Coral. In addition, Dawn is an actress and certified NLP, that's neuro-linguistic programming. Did I get that? I think so. She's a coach in that area and a former educator. She's a speaker and workshop leader for schools and for organizations across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dawn Bauer.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And the mic is working, yay! Before I get started, I thought we could watch a little video that's going to come up here on the screen of some human beings who are really in their joy. So if we can play that. And if you can't see this screen, you might want to turn around in the back. Thank you, Jeremy. So the reason why I wanted to play that is because babies are, they're living in joy most of the time, right? They're still so tapped in to that joy. And really, it's silly things that they're laughing at, right? You guys just laughed at that, but normally maybe we don't laugh at that. But you guys are tapped in too. So let me just ask you this. Let me start off by asking this question. Have you ever laughed so hard that you peed your pants just a little bit? Okay, I knew I wasn't the only one. So I want to share a little story with you of a time when that happened to me. And this may not be funny to you because A, you weren't there. You know those stories, you gotta be there. It's not as funny when you retell it. And your sense of humor might be a little bit different than mine, but that's okay. So this, there is a point to this story. So when I was 30 years old, I was playing Barbies with a friend. 30 years old, 30. When I was 30 years old, I was playing Barbies with a friend. And this friend of mine and I, we taught at a private school in Denver together, and each year there was this annual gala to raise funds for the kids to go to school there. And we were charged in getting all the other teachers to come to this fundraising event. And so instead of standing there every week and saying to the teachers at our teacher meeting, hey, you guys should really come to this gala, it's gonna be fun, we thought, we have our old Barbies and a video camera. Let's make little commercial-like movies that tell a story, and we'll do those. So that's what we did. No microphone. So you can imagine we've got all these Barbies, and we're trying to like move the Barbies, and then there's just the two of us. So we're trying to videotape and not have our hands in there, so it looks like the Barbies are really moving on their own, you know. And I'm doing the Ken's voice, and hey Barbie, you want to go to the gala? And she's doing there was like 20 Barbies. She had a Michael Jackson Barbie. So one time we were at a concert and they're all moving around and we had lights and editing and we'd never made a film before. It was fun. So there was a lot of comedy just throughout. But one day, yes, we did this over several days. One day, she realized she had a fishing pole. We were really using our resources. And we were like, oh yeah, fishing pole, that sounds good. So we could hook Barbie's hair and then use the fishing pole, and then Barbie could move without our hands. That would be really magical. So we're filming this thing, and I've got the camera, and we're moving around, and she couldn't control the Barbie, and the Barbie kind of flew, knocked everybody else over, and flew out of the scene. And for some reason, we thought that was hilarious. We could have been upset because now we had to reset the Barbies back up again, and it took us a long time to get them all sit in position so they weren't like tipping over and leaning on each other, right? We could have been frustrated that it was taking us so much longer than we ever thought it would, but we weren't. That was so funny to us that we started cracking up laughing so hard, and I know you've been there before, and our eyes are squeezed tight, we're crying tears of joy, our bellies, like we're gasping for air, right? That kind of laughter. And when we could open our eyes to look at each other, we saw the other person laughing, and we just keep laughing even more. And when I finally was able to catch my breath, I said to her, I think I peed my pants a little bit. And she said, me too. And while that might not be funny to you, really, we were laughing at flying Barbies, it wasn't that. It was so much more. In that moment, we were so present. We were living in pure joy in that moment, just like those babies. We were in pure joy. And when I look back at that, and I think, what was the formula there? What was happening to create that? And here's what I came up with. We had a purpose. We had a purpose. We genuinely enjoyed working with each other. We liked each other. We listened to each other. We had a common goal together that we were striving for. We weren't arguing. We were saying, ooh, yes, fishing pole, okay, yeah. And let's do this. If you've ever learned improv, yes, and you just keep adding to it to make it better and better. And we were being so creative. We were really tapped into our own strengths, our own creativity, and creating together. And so that's what I feel like that formula for joy is. And I say we, because I'm willing to bet that most of you, when you've had those moments in your life, you were not alone. You were usually with another person or another group of people, right? And there's a reason for that, because we're social beings. There's been lots of studies done on this, one in particular by Standard Medicine, Stanford Medicine says this: satisfying relationships not only make us happy, but are a strong indicator of good health and a long life. And so, as you know, this talk title today is Ode to Joy. Ode to Joy. The subtitle is The Song of Community. The Song of Community. And what I'm hoping that you'll get out of today is some ideas of how you can show up more in that joy. 2, some ideas of how you can support others in showing up in that joy. I'm going to just walk like this so that I don't make any noise. And also, how you can get a bird's eye view of what's needed in communities, whether that's your family communities, work communities, the spiritual community, any community that you're a part of how can there be more joy within that community. And before we get into that, I want to be really clear about what joy is and what it is not. So when I'm talking about joy, I'm not talking about pleasure. Those are 2 different things, and sometimes we get confused. So let's just make sure we're on the same page here with this. So joy is an essence that you are. You always are. Whether it comes out all the time or not, that's questionable. But we are joy. Pleasure, on the other hand, is something outside of ourselves that we're seeking to mask pain. It comes and goes. It's temporary. And when we need to keep masking that pain, we keep searching for that pleasure outside of ourselves, and that becomes an addiction. So we're talking about this deep joy that is an eternal quality of spirit. That's actually a quote from Dr. Roger Teal's book, This Life is Joy. Dr. Ernest Holmes says, the spirit is joy. The spirit is joy. And I think he gets that from Thomas Troward. For anybody that studied Thomas Troward came up with these 7 qualities of spirit. That's life, love, light, peace, power, beauty, and joy. So this is one of those eternal qualities. So think about that. The spirit is joy. If that's true, that the spirit is joy, and it's also true that we are spirit, science people, it must also be true, or philosophy, that we are joy. We are joy. I am joy. You are joy. Let's say that together. I am joy. I am joy. Do you believe that? I am joy. Does anybody else have this question coming up? Where is it? Where is that joy? It's behind us. I caught it one time. I caught the joy one time. So where is that joy? Within. It is within. And are we always expressing it? No. Because guess what? We're not just spirit. We're humans. We're humans too. We have a body. We have a mind that does all these crazy things like keeping joy at bay. Is it possible that we could be 100% in that joy? Maybe. I like to believe that. And if we believe that, then we're always striving for that and bringing more and more joy into our lives. Yeah? And so, as we step into how does this manifest, I believe that it starts with us. I believe that it starts with the individual. So we need to figure out what is it that brings us joy and let that come out. And how do we do that? I believe that we do that by communing with Spirit. Whatever that means to us. That could mean prayer. That could mean meditation. That could be a walk in nature. It's just you and spirit, and you're listening to the message it's trying to send you. You're listening to it. And when you receive it, not saying, okay, thanks. I'm not going to change, though. Taking action is the next step. We receive it, and then we take action on that message. Now, for me, I don't hear the voice of God. For me. Maybe you do. I don't hear a voice that's telling me, Dawn, do this. For me, I feel a little push, like this nudging forward. I feel something here in my belly that's telling me something. I see signs and symbols that come up in different places, and I know, ooh, I'm on the right track. So you need to figure out what that is for you and step into it. Now, I know that I came here to entertain, educate, and enlighten people. How do I know that? Because when I do it, I'm in the zone. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yes. You have something, music, yeah? You're in the zone. Nothing else matters. You're really living fully as God. God is allowing to express through you in those moments. So finding out what that is for you, and even when you're scared, still show. Where was I? Showing up anyway. Showing up even in the fear, because the brain doesn't know the difference between fear and excited. It happens in the same part of the brain. The fear and excitement shows up in the same part of the brain. So if you step in and say, no, I'm excited, you're shifting something in there. And I want to be clear that for those of you that are still trying to figure out what is that voice, what is that speaking, what is that message, how do I know it's God communicating with me? God is never going to tell you or suggest that you do something that is going to harm yourself or anybody else. We clear on that? Because I don't know who's going to be watching this later. God is never going to inspire you to be harming yourself or anybody else. These are things that you're here to do to make the world better. Those are the things that it's guiding you to do. So as we step into our own gifts, we can then inspire others to step into theirs. We can invite them to show up in their joy and accept that they are going to be very different than us. Very different, thank God, right? Even if one of you or anybody else in the world, and I'm sure there's plenty of people in the world, they're like, yeah, I feel called to entertain and educate and enlighten too. But nobody does it like Dawn Bauer. Because I have my own unique experiences and skills and talents that I bring to the table. There's room for all of us. So we can say, yes, you show up as you in your way, and you show up as you, and I'm going to show up as me, and we're all doing this together. Wow. What if we all stepped into more and more and more of that joy more often? It's not going to be 100%, maybe right now. But I think we can get there. And I think once everybody on the planet is there, that is the kingdom of God. That's heaven on earth, right there. What a universe that would be. And let's look at that word. Universe. 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 One song. One song. It does not mean one note. Could you imagine if we were all trumpets playing the same note, Roger? How interesting would our planet be? Ugh. Imagine that we are all instruments in the symphony, playing that one song together. We can hear when somebody is off key, even if it's one instrument. We don't have to judge them for it, but we can support them. How can I help you? Play the best that you can with your own instrument. Play the best that you can with your own instrument. How can we say that to each other? How can we encourage each other to be in that harmony by truly playing the best that they can with the instrument that they came here with? Right? And so now, as we're taking this all in and stepping into that community piece, how we're bringing this into community, I want to invite you to do a little exercise with me. So I invite you to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine some community that you are currently a part of. Again, it could be a family, it could be your work community, spiritual community. And imagine that you can now float above them as they're all gathered together, and you're floating out of your body, looking at them from a different perspective. So you see self, you see all of them in the community, and just notice what you notice from this perspective. Notice what comes up for you as I ask, what does this community need to be in more joy? What does this community need? How can I fulfill that need? How can I show up differently or the same? How can I encourage others? And just take all of that in, noticing what you notice. Noticing the oneness of it all, and yet the uniqueness of each individual. And notice how this symphony can play its best song together. And just knowing that all of these thoughts are saved, and perhaps remembering to journal about them later, whatever has come up for you, as you come back to your seat and open your eyes. Just know that whatever came up for you is exactly what you needed to know. It's exactly what you needed to know. And now you can take action or not. It's your choice. That's the cool thing about being human. We get to choose. But consider taking action, because those insights were a gift to you. So now I want to close with an excerpt from This Life is Joy by Dr. Roger Teal. Along with each person's unique soul agenda, I believe we all came to this planet with a shared mission: to be happy. Happy people are caring people. Happy people are less likely to lash out or inflict injury. Happy people refrain from manipulating others. Happy people are more likely to feel a reverence for all life forms, for all of creation. Happy people gush with creativity and often come up with great advances for the good of all. Happy people create great celebrations. Also, happy people spread the healing balm of laughter. Philosopher, author, and human potential movement leader Jean Houston writes, "At the height of laughter, the universe is flung into a kaleidoscope of new possibilities." Bottom line, happy people are keepers of the treasure map to the fountain of inner and eternal joy. Lots of people are simply out of practice at experiencing and proclaiming their joy. There is no better time to sense what your inner child already knows. Lasting spiritual joy is your divine birthright. No matter whatever happens, remember, this life is joy. As Ernest Holmes so wisely advises, let us waste no further time looking for the key to happiness. Already the door is open, and whoever so will may enter. Let's take this into prayer. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I stand in such gratitude knowing that God is and I am, knowing that Spirit is joy and therefore I am joy, knowing that God is expressing as me and all I need to do is allow that to be. I know the same is true for each and every person listening to this message right now. God delights itself to express uniquely through each and every individual, and in doing so contributes to the great wholeness of life. It creates the beautiful universe, and each of us is charged with the co-creation of this universe, this one song, and I know it can be more beautiful than we could ever imagine. When each of us stands in our joy and accepts others who stand in their joy, the joy multiplies and spreads like the best virus, infecting everyone until we have all reached that kingdom of God, that heaven on earth, peace, joy, and love everywhere we look. And I am so grateful for this truth and step into it fully. I release these words into the law knowing they were done before the words were ever spoken, and so it is.
When you were showing the little babies, I thought of you. Because that's how you are. You're that happy, joyful person. Thank you. I'm Teresa Wilson, and it is my great opportunity to welcome you to this moment, this time of giving, and we can have the ushers come forward. So this beautiful connected center full of lots of laughs, lots of giggles, lots of good times, lots of warm hearts, lots of caring and lots of compassion. This is our community we call our spiritual home. And we get to show love to our spiritual home. We get to keep the lights on, we get to keep the band playing, we get to welcome our new minister coming up here in January. And as we move through this law of circulation, we give and we receive, and we receive and we give. So right now I'd like to welcome you to think about how much this center means to you, how much it means to your life, how much you receive from this and to give generously to support us. And as the ushers come through, we're going to have some music by the Big Love Band. Also, know if you like, you can text to tithe. You can send your contribution through PayPal. We have a button on our website, makes it really easy to give. We're also coming up to the end of the year, so as we're giving remember our gifts are tax deductible, and so really if you're thinking about making a special gift to the center, this is a good time to do it, right? And think about all the possibilities that this next year is going to bring. All right, thank you.
Standing as one in the presence of the power, standing where others have stood. Gladly we offer the gifts of our abundance, knowing the source of our good. Standing as one in the presence of the power, standing where others have stood. Gladly we offer the gifts of our abundance, knowing the source of our good.
Isn't this a great place? I'm going to take this off of here because I don't like being trapped behind here either. My name is Linda Lloyd. I think I forgot to introduce in the beginning. I always do. I spent so many years not being like a identity through Buddhism, and so I forget sometimes to introduce it. I do have a name, and my name is Linda Lloyd, and I am your human invitation today to so many cool and wonderful things happening here at this center. So please check your email, pick up a flyer in the lobby, or visit our website at cslcapecoral.org to view and register for any of these upcoming classes and events. We have a new book club book that has started. The book club's been going on for a while. Malika Davey heads this up. I used to be part of it, but then I work a full-time job now, so I can't be there at 3:30 in the afternoon. And I miss you guys, and I'm thinking about starting up something here in the new year. But make it to that book club. It is the coolest thing. You don't even have to read beforehand. You can just show up. They read it together, have a cool little discussion. It is an awesome way to put some more joy and spiritual practice in your week. And it's only $30 a month love donation, and it's from 3:30 to 5 on Tuesday afternoons. And on Christmas Eve, December 24th, isn't it cool that that Christmas on a Sunday this year? So we are having our annual, we've been doing it, I think this is our third or fourth year now, of doing a candlelight service. Weather permitting, I'm not sure if we're doing it outside again. I'm not sure. Anybody here knows that? Anyways, join us on Christmas Eve, and we have sacred service opportunities. So we are trying to make things a little lighter on here for the few people who do everything. And I know I got myself a little burnout this last year. So please, it is so much fun, isn't it, Dawn, to be part of things that you put together. So here is a very wonderful joy opportunity for you to show up. And if you'd like to share one of your readings or hand out candles, please contact Melissa Tuff, who's not here today, but you can reach her through email or call here. And A Course in Miracles is starting for the new year. So we journey together. This is a self-study spiritual thought system. It helps support students to develop a relationship with the eternal teacher. It calls the Holy Spirit, which in turn helps us change how we see the world on a daily basis. And I'll put a plug in to access more joy. So it's the theme today, so we might as well keep it running. So Reverend Maria Philippe, weekly gatherings in person on Mondays from 10 to 11:30, and we also have a Zoom offering beginning on January 12th from 7 to 8:30. So you can contact Melissa Arterberry or Patty Carney, who's our Reiki master here at the center, and it is only a $10 love offering. So another great opportunity to experience some more joy is our Beautification Day, which is going to be on Saturday, January 7th. I know these people, when they get together, they have a lot of fun, and it makes us have so much more fun when we have a beautiful center. And lunch is going to be provided, so show up for that. And what else we got going on here? New Year, New You. Join practitioners Mel and Crafty Cat following service on January 8th for a 2-hour vision board session. Would you like to say anything about that, Kat?
Oh, it's going to be great.
I went to the last one, and it was absolutely great because Kat is very crafty, and she shows up with all kinds of cool stuff that you can use, and she has lots of hints and tidbits, and I know I'm going to be there, so we're going to have lots of fun in that. So please register in advance. It's a $15 love donation. And registering in advance, make sure that we have enough materials for everybody. That's really important because we wouldn't want you to show up and not have enough stuff. So Kat's going to make sure that we all have enough stuff, so try to register for that if you can. And it's a new year, new you. So why don't we start registering for more things ahead of time so we can make it easier on everybody? I, for one, that I make the food, would really love that very much. Thank you. And 1-minute miracles happen afterward. We practitioners line up here. So please don't leave with something heavy on your heart, or we can help uplift you into something greater. So make our day. I think I got my button on today. Make my day, ask me to pray, and come on up, and we'd just love to do that with you following service. What else do we have? That's it. So thank you, everybody. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. And happy birthday to me. My birthday's tomorrow. And I think last year my birthday fell on a service day, right? Yeah, because tomorrow's Monday. So last year it would have been on Sunday. So, but anyways, it's a great time of year for me. I know I've been in a little bit of a slump lately, so I just want to say that I'm rallying and more, and it is my time of year this holiday season. So Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you, and have a great week.
Jingle bells in party nights, ornaments and tangled lights. away because you won't be seeing us for till the new year, I think, right?
Happy New
Yeah.
Year
See you in the new year.
and Happy New Year.